What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joaquin Corrales, and in this video, we're going to talk about how you guys are going to be able to go out there and start a business while you're working a full-time job. Okay, this was actually that I personally did myself. I was around 20 years old. I was working a 9-to-5 job, and not only was I working a 9-to-5 job, but I was also going to school full-time. And so what I would do is that I would work my 9-to-5 job, and then I would go to school from like 5 to 7, and I would get home at 7. I'm going to give you guys some tips so you could go out there and start a business that could eventually allow you to leave your 9-to-5 job just like I was able to do. And so when it comes down to it, the main thing I think is actually realizing that if you never start, then you're never going to make any progress, okay? I think that there's a lot of people that want to start a business and they always procrastinate it until tomorrow, or they have some sort of idea in their mind that what they want in their life is going to come at a later point by some magical, mysterious thing that's gonna happen. And it's not like that. If you wanna go out there, if you wanna start a business, if you want to eventually allow that business to make you a certain amount of money or so much money that it allows you to leave your job, then the first thing that you need to do is that you need to start. Now, in order for you to start, and that takes us to point number one, is that you have to identify what type of business you want to get into. A lot of what I focus on in this channel is teaching you guys how the business that you should get into should be one where you have some sort of competitive advantage in due to the things that you have done in the past based on your previous life experiences, or maybe things that you do in your current job. Those are things that are going to help you to be better than a potential competitor in whatever business you plan on starting. Now, it's not only that. Like, if you're watching this and you're probably thinking, oh, I don't have any sort of life experience or any special skill that I could apply to a new business, you're probably not thinking hard enough. If you think harder, you'll realize that there are a certain number of things or certain experiences that happen in your life that give you some sort of advantage in some type of business. And it's not only that. Like, for example, you could also go out there and take advantage of, for example, courses, right? If someone is giving a special offer on some sort of course or some sort of something that's going to give you that head start in that, then that is also an option for you, right? If you think that you don't have any unique ideas or anything like that, then you could go and follow some sort of outlined path for you to go out there. Now, when it comes to ideas, and now that I remind myself when I said the word unique ideas, a lot of people think that in order for you to go out there and start a business, that it has to be a unique idea. And I think that is 100% wrong. Me and my guys here were actually talking about it today, and it was the idea that why would someone go out there and start something 100% new, something that is in a blue ocean space, right? Which means that no one has done it before, if they are not making money already, okay? And so what you need to do, you, the person watching this, is that you need to go out there and you need to try and figure out what it is that you like to do. You need to find someone who's doing it successfully, and then you need to model them. You need to do exactly what they're doing, maybe changing a couple of things here and there, obviously, so that you are your own person or you have your own product or whatever. But if that person is doing something and it's working, why would you deviate from that? Why would you not do it like that if they are making a ton of money, if they're extremely successful, right? And so that's what you guys, because what you want to do is that you want to be going out there and doing things that are proven to work. You don't want to try something new that is not guaranteed, right? And like, for example, when it comes to what type of business to get into, sometimes people also try to get into a business that has no competition. And if your business has no competition, then it's the wrong business. And the reason why it's the wrong business is because the only reason why a business or some sort of market does not have competition is 99% likely that it's because there is no money there, okay? And so you kind of want to make sure that wherever you're going to, there is competition and there are other people that are doing what it is that you want to do, right? To a certain extent, right? But you want to make sure that there are other people doing it because they are only doing it because it's making them money, right? And so those are some of the things that you guys should think about when you're thinking about starting a business while you're working a 9-to-5 job. Now, the next thing is that you need to make sure that whichever path you choose, that you spend some time every single day working at it. And that's going to compound, okay? And if you do that for an entire year, you're gonna have made so much progress towards your business that you're gonna look back and not even believe how much progress you would have made. Like, for example, how long was it that I was working on my business before I was able to leave? So I think I was somewhere around the $4,000 to $5,000 a month mark after like not too long ago. like maybe 3 months, 2 to 3 months after starting my business, and really, no, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 5 or 6 months. I don't know, somewhere around there. Bottom line is that the time is going to pass anyways, okay? The year, the 6 months, the 3 months, the 4 months are going to pass by anyways. So what you need to do, knowing that the time is going to pass by anyways, is you need to start like right now, like yesterday. So at 3 months from now, you're still not thinking about starting, but you actually started and you're making progress towards potentially leaving your 9 to 5 job if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do that, then awesome. Then you're going to have an extra source of income, and having an extra source of income is awesome, right? But guys, really the bottom line behind that is that you need to start, you need to pick something. And once you do pick something, either because you have your competitive advantage, or because you're using some sort of training program, or because it's something that that you have experience with, you just need to stick with it, right? In another video, I was also talking about, I mentioned this before, and it's the fact that people like to jump from one thing to the next, and that really is the long path to gaining maximum wealth. If you want to gain a lot of wealth fast, you need to pick something and stick with it 100%. So guys, remember, just you're working your 9 to 5 job, and what you need to do is after you get out of your job, just dedicate 30 minutes to an hour to working on something that allows you to get to that next level and allows you to slowly progress in an upwards direction, right? Because the time is going to pass by anyways. The second thing that you guys should think about when you do start your business while working a 9 to 5 job is the idea that if there are certain tasks that you could pay someone a lot cheaper to do, then you should definitely do that. Okay, if you guys go to a website called Upwork.com or Freelancer.com, you could hire a virtual assistant for like $2 to $3 an hour. And if there are any tasks that you think that they could do that you could systemize, okay, whenever you guys go out there to find a virtual assistant, you need to make sure that the task that you're giving them is something that could be written down in for example, a Microsoft Word document, and that they could follow down to the T. So I think that you guys should definitely be doing that. One, because you just finished working an 8-hour shift, so you're not gonna wanna do small things here and there that could not be worth your time. So you need to make sure that you're delegating those smaller things to a virtual assistant, which you're literally gonna pay, I don't know, let's say they work 8 hours a day, right? And you pay them, I don't know, $2. Or all right, let's say not $2, let's say $4, because you get like a really good one. So that's $16 in a day, which means that every 10 days you're gonna pay them $160. Every 20 days you're gonna pay them what is math? $320. So you're gonna pay them $320 for every month that they work, because there's 5 days in the week. You're gonna pay someone $320 to do a whole bunch of stuff, because these people are literally working 8 hours in a day. And as long as you're able to effectively give them the directions, then you guys should definitely be doing that. And not only should you be doing that if you're starting if you're starting a company while you work a 9 to 5 job, but you guys should be doing that anyways. It's something that I'm going to start doing a lot more now, because yeah, I have guys on my team who help me out with a lot of the things, but there's a whole bunch of stuff even in my business that we could delegate to a virtual assistant that is going to be able to do the work for so much cheaper. I'm actually going to make another video later on showing you guys exactly how to go out there and hire this person and give them the instructions and how to write down the instructions and what you need to communicate with them in order to get these people going. And so guys, remember, if you want to start a business while working your 9 to 5 job, just make sure that you guys are sticking to one thing. Make sure that you start today, because the time is going to pass anyways, okay? I remember when I first started learning how to program, for example, mobile apps. I was learning how to program mobile apps, and like a thought that I had in my brain, and luckily I recognized that I was already into personal development and the whole thing, and I recognized that this was just me trying to hold myself back and not do this, was that I just kept thinking like, damn, like why would I want to learn, or not why would I want to learn, but if I start learning mobile development now, like there's so many, I literally remember thinking this, and it's sad, okay? And a lot of people think like this, so just check this out. I thought, if I start learning mobile development now, if I start programming now, if I start my company now, whatever, there are so many people who started before me that I'll never be able to catch up to their level of skill. And that was such a bad mindset. Like I'm glad that I thought that, and then I destroyed it like within the next 5 minutes. I was like, what the hell? Like, why would I say that to myself? Like the reason why I said that to myself, right, and why I thought that was because the easier path is to not have started. The easier path is to not start that task, to not start the business, to not start learning. But I was like, no, like what the hell? Like I'll just keep doing it every day. I'll put some time into it, and eventually I'll pass everyone else because those people probably stopped. And that's exactly what happened. So I kept going at it. I kept going at it every single day with no guarantee of success whatsoever, right? And I think that's also the reason why a lot of people quit, because when they work on something, they don't see that instant gratification back. They don't see that instant feedback, right? And I think a lot of people are used to instant feedback now with social media and the whole thing. And so because you're not getting that instant feedback in your business and learning something new, a lot of the times people get discouraged and they stop, right? But if you just keep going, if you just understand and just remember that there is gonna be no instant feedback, that sometimes you're gonna be working on something with no guarantee of success, but that beyond that, right? Beyond that is the only place where you will find success, right? Because what's the alternative? The alternative is that the two choices are that you do it or that you don't, right? And you're doing something, and if you stop, then you'll never be able to reap the benefits of whatever it was that you're doing. We're kind of switching it up a little bit there, but I thought that was super cool how later after that I was like, what the hell? Like, why did I think that? Like, why did I say that? That's terrible. And then I also realized that a lot of people have those limiting beliefs as well, but instead of not letting them stop them, right, just like I did, they do. And 10 years pass by, 5 years pass by, 20 years pass by, and that thought that they had in their head literally stopped them from achieving success, from achieving whatever it was that they wanted. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Joaquin Corrales. We're doing a 180-day challenge. We're releasing videos daily. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, put a comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video.